Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Kristi Lee, Josh Arnold, and Tom Griswold. And now, here's Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. If you think that we've got it together,
you're wrong.
think again.
We've got each other.
Who thinks we don't have each other either? Who thinks we've got it together? Where did that start?
Sometimes that there's a certain polish on this show that can be deceiving. You can think to yourself, wow, these guys know what they're doing. Nope.
Yes.
No clue. That's why on this program, at times like this, it's important to have a mission statement. Because as you know, everywhere you look these days, everyone has a mission statement.
Oh, yes.
Some company that makes mops, we have a mission statement. Yeah. Really. And maybe we like to clean stuff.
We at O Cedar want you to...
We here at Wally's Spermicide have a... remember, Wally's when you don't want them. Our mission statement, ladies and gentlemen, is... Thank you very much. Happy to be here. Now, I can't help but notice. I look at the electronic board up there, and I see coming up, comedian Costaki Economopoulos.
The monitor?
Huh?
The monitor?
What did I call it?
Electronic board.
Same thing. And then I see later on today, Reno Collier. So the handsome factor way up. One of them has... somewhat suspect facial hair. I'm not going to say who. Let's see. In this room, it's Ace Cosby, of course, proprietor of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. And obviously, we'll pause before we get to that because we're Nope. Oh, my God. It's the time right now. Ladies and gentlemen, these aren't jokes. These are the op-ed page of cultural thought with Ace Cosby.
Why did the vampire read the New York Times?
I'm all right.
Why did the vampire read the New York Times?
He heard it had the best circulation.
Okay. All right. Cute.
Not bad.
Cute. It was cute. Yeah, cute.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. Thank you very much. Kristi Lee is over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Willie Griswold is in there behind the glass and then being delivered via electronic something. It's Pat Godwin. Yes, sir.
Top 3 monsters. Number 1.
Top 3 monsters?
Like Universal
Not
monsters?
number 1, Gilman.
No, Frankenstein. Because you're undead, man. Come on.
I know, but
you got to go Frankenstein.
Most realistic is the creature from the Black Lagoon.
No, that is in your mind because it scares you so badly.
All right.
And number 3, I think the creature from Black Lagoon.
So I want to reframe this, as they say constantly on television and radio now. Gotta hate that.
They sure do say it a lot.
The optics as we reframe the Beltway.
Impactfulness of the
best dressed.
Well,
monsters.
Frankenstein's the only dressed
Well,
one.
Dracula.
No, wrong. Thank you. It begins and ends with Dracula.
Dracula's pretty well dressed.
Usually wears tails.
Yes.
very flashy.
And then
Always has a tie.
Frankenstein pre-Don Johnson had the sport coat and the T-shirt.
Sure.
Yeah.
I always loved the fact that they had him dressed in a sport coat.
Then what?
I think probably...
Wolfman has flannel shirt and jeans most often.
What about the women? Bride of Frankenstein?
I would say third would be the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, it has to be.
And to this day, whenever I see someone that has that streak of white hair, it creeps me out.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Just there was one of the news guys had that, I think.
Top 3 things that freak you out.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we
can talk all morning.
This is going to take a lot of thought here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is number 1 streak in the hair? A lady's streak?
No. That's way down the list. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. Pat Godwin, great song, Pat. I want to hear that again today about the dog and the beer. And once again,
well, then get 24/7.
Bush has the.
Do we get a vote? Okay.
Bush Beer has a new beer for dogs.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic. Pardon me?
Is your fan on again?
Yeah, sure it is.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing?
Trying to.
It's just radio.
Can you imagine what he would do? Show a little professionalism if you got here at 1 in the morning like, oh, you know when your fan's on and off.
I've been signing checks since 2:30.
Well, I think tomorrow I'll start at 3 and I'll just skip a couple. No, Kristi, I'm trying to blow the toxic breath of these two guys out of my back.
You notice that? That's another thing.
What about him?
No, Ace is fine.
Ace is just as dirty as we are.
But Ace never sees anyone.
Neither do I.
He sees somebody all the time.
Yes, he's got some
I bet
loose
Chick and I
woman living
literally
there.
saw nobody this weekend.
Let me think.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Again in the big room. I'm Tom. That's Ace. There's Chick. That's Josh. Through the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom, it's Kristi Lee. Willie Griswold is over there in his own little room. And then in the other building, it's Pat Godwin. Great new song, Pat. I want to hear it again. A tribute to Loose. Was it Loose Bison or Loose Buffalo? Or
The Beefalo?
Beefalo.
the Beefalo.
I could tell it made an impression.
Well, no, it's confusing
One of
because
those things.
Well,
I want to hear it again.
I'll ask our guest if he's familiar with that. Now we're talking with Costaki Economopoulos in Los Angeles, California. Hello, Costaki.
Hello. Hey, guys.
Hi, nice to see you.
Costaki, do you know what a beefalo is?
A beefalo. It's no.
See?
Is it
You could probably guess, but I hadn't heard of it either.
It's a
our food?
It's a critter that's half buffalo and half regular cattle, right?
I like Kostaki's definition. It's bar food. Yeah.
Bar food. A beefalo?
Yeah. A
there's-
beefalo taco? Who wants one?
Well, there's one that's escaped from a Plymouth, Connecticut meatpacking plant.
Right.
And it's like an 800-pounder. So it's in thick woods and considered to be dangerous.
Yeah.
I was not familiar with the beefalo. I'm kind of disappointed that they named this thing after what it's supposed to become, which is a food. Seems, it's kind of awkward.
Seems rude. Yeah,
you wouldn't name a pig. Well, they're called hot dogs.
Why wouldn't you?
Just seems cruel.
Oh, there goes walking ham.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So we had beefalos, and then we had bison, and there's a whole bunch of bison escaped
In Nebraska.
So we got that going on. So we'll get to that great song again from Pat. In the meantime, what's happening in California? How are you doing?
We're all right. We're going on a trip this week. We're headed to, we're going to drive to Atlanta.
Oh, my.
A toddler.
Have you seen
toddler and a dog. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, have you seen a map of the United States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the matter? Too comfy at the house? Too laid back?
I think that's a good question. Yes.
So how many?
I haven't lately.
Who else is going to be in the car?
Wife, kid, me, dog, stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be brutal.
How many stops?
How many stops? How many? What's the max? I don't know. It's gonna be a lot.
Kostaki is like any red-blooded American fawn. No stops.
Oh,
No stops.
That's right. No stops.
Well, I mean, are you planning on staying overnight somewhere? 2 nights, 3, or?
Yeah, we're gonna play it by ear. And
Okay.
we're thinking of doing a lot of driving at night so the kid can sleep. And,
Yeah.
that's the plan.
All right.
We'll see.
Do you have an iPad for her?
Yes, downloaded some things.
Yeah,
yes,
that's the key.
absolutely.
That's the key to
That is the
success
key.
in today's world.
That is right.
You know, when I was a kid, it would be my aunt at the wheel. She had that little triangular window open just enough to have a high-pitched noise that to this day I can no longer hear. And she'd be smoking cigarettes the whole time and driving 5 miles an hour under the speed limit. Yeah. And she'd also have the radio on so you could tell it was on but couldn't actually hear the music.
Oh,
Unless the Carpenters came on, then she'd crank it.
Oh,
she
sure.
liked the Carpenters, did she?
Oh, God.
Do you have a rule, Tom, on a trip like that? You're in charge of the radio, right? If you're driving, you're in charge of the radio. It's your radio.
Yeah, chick.
That's right.
Sure.
You hear this, Kostaki? Because he's a man.
I'm with Tom. I like the premise, but
Yeah.
The reality, on the other hand. Well, good luck on the trip. That's
Thank
a long
you.
haul. Who are you going to go visit?
His mom.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen the moms in a long time, so we're gonna make an extended.
Oh, the
trek.
moms. That sounds like a great sitcom.
Are they both there?
The moms.
They're both there-ish. The other mom is a short drive away relative to our drive.
So, what, Miami?
Yeah, that's right.
You have lesbian moms?
Oh, no.
No,
I applaud you. Oh.
no. The other grandma.
Oh,
We got
Your
two
mother-in-law. You can say mother-in-law.
So you
your
got
mom and mother-in-law are sleeping together?
You got to time it just right, Kostaki. Because if you
Definitely a
time it
sitcom.
perfectly, when you leave Los Angeles, it can take you 4 hours to get out of the city. You hit Atlanta right, it'll be at least 6 hours.
That's right.
Once
Yeah,
you hit
that's
Atlanta
right.
traffic.
Yeah, this could easily be a month trip. Yeah.
Well, good
Are
luck.
we going to talk about that photo you posted on social media? Did you see this, Tom?
No.
He was completely naked, laying on the couch,
Right?
but the towel that
I
you
was
were laying
asleep.
on wasn't underneath your buttocks area, which I found interesting.
Somebody has examined this photo, and I think her name's Kristi.
No, it
Well, I sweat a little, like mostly torso. So I
Okay.
threw the towel down
All
and
right.
fell asleep. And then, of course, my wife took a photo.
Well, what else is visible?
he's lying on his side hugging a pillow, so there's nothing pornographic, if you will.
Adorable. No money shot?
No money shot.
Adorable.
But I just thought if Tom sees this photo, he's going to freak out
There you go,
because
Tommy.
the towel isn't underneath your.
Yeah, it looks like the famous Burt Reynolds Cosmopolitan thing
A
with
little, yeah.
So we don't get to see little Kostaki in there?
No.
Tom right now is visibly ill, Costaki.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kostaki's wearing his shades. Or what do you call that? A face mask to keep
Eye
you-
mask.
Eye mask.
Yeah.
I've got an eye mask. Not for naps, but I also have a retainer and I have a mouth guard.
Boy, you're.
And I sometimes use a CPAP machine. You know how charming I have to be during the day to stay married?
you've done a DNA test to check and make sure the kids are yours,
So-
right?
Kostaki, you look pretty good.
So what? It takes you like
I thought he
6-7
looked
hours to get into bed once you start the process, right? Yeah.
Okay, this looks like the centerfold of Blue Boy magazine.
Oh,
You look like you're waiting in a harem.
As you're look at those, it looks like you've got the face mask on for some kind of like subversive.
You had to know I was going to bring this up.
Doesn't he look
I
good?
actually forgot about it, but I totally get it.
He's fairly hairless, rather
You're-
toned.
Oh, your nice creamy buns,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Why your hair-
prominently.
Your hair's really short.
I'm crushing a little bit.
That's a nice.
Looks like one of those Renaissance paintings.
Your
Yes.
hands. Your
Yes.
hands.
That's it.
Yes,
Your
very.
hands are very well manicured.
The word supine
Uh-huh.
comes to mind.
That is a nice little heart-shaped bottom you've got there. You can tell.
Thank you.
It really is. The bottom really is prominent.
Kostaki, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I do want to see your butt.
Oh, boy.
Well, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I got to get a look at that penis.
I got to see that D.
Well, the way the
Throw that D out
pillow
there.
is placed, the implication is that the python
You don't
of
want to
love.
take that the wrong way, Josh. Good
Okay.
boy.
So we'll have to put that on the various Bob and Tom social
I
media.
don't know if I care
platforms.
for the couch. I don't know.
Oh, I like it.
You
I
like
think
the
it's-
couch?
I think it's modern.
right.
It's sort of a.
You don't like
It's
you're
a great couch.
critiquing the couch?
Yeah, I don't think.
That-
And what? There's a wire going up the wall behind the couch. That's bad form.
Uh-oh.
that's gauche, but
Hide those
Yeah,
wires.
No,
That's the internet. You got to get the good internet, though.
Wait a minute. Are those misused socks on the floor there beside you?
This is an actual photo. And this was not. I was asleep. I took my socks. It was hot.
And
those socks are awesome. By the way, those. If you zoom in, I don't know if you can tell. Those socks actually say "Carpe the F out of this diem." Those are great
oh, that is
socks.
cool.
well, I'm just trying to make this my screensaver. How do I do that?
What's that tubular thing underneath the couch? It's like a hunk of PVC pipe. What is that?
It's it looks to be a discarded paper towel roll, but you've got what, a 2-year-old? So she's playing with that,
we sing into those things.
Oh, yes, of
Look,
course.
Kostaki, here's what I got. I got a spent toilet paper roll and messy socks. Okay, I don't know what you've been doing on the couch, but
Or-
it's pretty much self-explanatory.
Or that's some kind of drainage thing.
Drainage.
Could be.
Catheter going into a.
Oh, there you go. All right.
And your hair looks really short. Is it? Did you get?
I shaved it about a month ago. Yeah.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
I'm
Did you just
wearing
get a
lot of
mani and
hats.
petty? Your nails are.
I'm telling you,
guys
he's
you're
a
looking
naturally
at it.
handsome man.
You're
That's all
looking
it
at
is.
this picture a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Kostaki, you look good.
Well, let's change the subject. This erection has to go down.
We got to do something with Josh.
I will say, and don't take this the wrong way, but I looked at it twice going, is that really Kostaki? I thought maybe you'd posted a picture of someone else.
With your head on it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
okay, well, enough
I once
nudity.
said to I once said to a woman that I knew for a long time, "You look great. I barely recognized you." That's yeah. So
you photograph well, is what the.
Yes, you do photograph well.
Okay, well, what else is going on, Kostaki?
Well, I thought, we're all home and we've been home, and I thought we'd do an Economonologue about classic board games.
Oh, okay.
Did a little board game research. The game of life was invented by Milton Bradley himself in 1860.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's why there's a spinner in that game. At the time, dice were considered wicked. I don't know if dice are wicked, but Dungeons and Dragons dice definitely have the power to keep girls away.
Yes, they do. Is that true that dice were considered wicked then?
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Sorry. I heard the premise and I was so excited to hear that. That's so funny. Wow.
Right. The game of life. Now, in the modern version, you get a car and you try to get a job and a wife and kids, and that's how you win. I'm surprised there's not a newer version where you can stop into Early Square, buy some condoms, have a totally different life. Monopoly. There's a classic. Think back to a time when you were playing Monopoly, you land in that little just visiting section of jail, right? Did you take your piece and tease the person in jail? Like, I'm just visiting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
My family hated that. Then in high school, we went on a field trip to an actual prison. Equally unpopular there. Clue. There's a classic. Colonel Mustard in the billiards room with the candlestick. It never occurred to me that you could kill a guy with a candlestick. Like, you had to really hate a guy. Like with a gun, it's almost an accident. Like, I wish I hadn't done that. With a candlestick, you got to hang in there for a while. That's like a 35-minute job.
Yeah, that's a crime of passion.
Yeah, you got to want it.
Candlestick. You got a better shot of criticizing a guy, hoping he offs himself, play some Morrissey, tell him life is meaningless. A candlestick. I will say, one time my wife dragged me to a candle store, and I did wish I was dead.
We had that discussion earlier today, believe it or not, with a chick spending quite a bit of time at the Yankee Candle website.
Loved it.
Clue was published by a company called Waddington's, which was later bought by Parker Brothers, which is since bought by Hasbro. The lessons of Monopoly, not lost on game makers. Clue, also a fascinating fun fact, invented by a part-time clown. This has to be the only time I've ever been jealous of a clown. Like, you license that game, you hang up your big shoes, you're done.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the phrase part-time clown. I can see the commercial now. Do you want to make an extra $40 a week in your spare time? Wow. Aren't most clowns part-time? How many full-time clowns are there in this country? I bet you can fit them all in one car.
By definition, I would think. That's a great show.
You can tell it was invented by a clown. The original version of Clue, one of the murder weapons was a squirting flower.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Being married to a clown must be weird. The wife's the one waiting for him to get his makeup on. Can we please? Can we?
You look wonderful tonight. That would change the Eric Clapton.
Yes, it would.
Risk. I love Risk. Invented in 1957 by a French guy. Of course, by 57, the French realized they weren't going to win any actual wars. If you've ever played Risk, you know the Middle East is impossible to hold on to. Maybe an American president should play some Risk at some point. What you want to do is start in Australia, load up armies in Indonesia, and move through Asia that way. That's clearly the lesson of Risk. The Ouija board. It's just listed with the other Parker Brothers games, like it's not the work of the devil. Dice are evil, but talking to dead people is okay for children. That's the. I always thought it was a little fishy. Like, you could kind of interpret the Ouija board to say whatever you want it to say, which the name actually proves that. It's pronounced Ouija, and it's spelled O-U-I-J-A. Ouija. That makes perfect sense. Candyland, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wonder why our kids eat crap. There's no broccoli land. There's no well-balanced breakfast land. No, it's Candyland. You can't play that game sober. It has no strategy. I'm like, okay, kid, we're going to try a new game. This one's called Shots and Ladders. And finally, Pictionary. It's always frustrating when you get into the competitive groove of that game and you get a really hard word, the other team gets a cake word. Like they get snake, you get melancholy.
Yeah, you got to draw a cantaloupe.
Yeah.
I'll let you do the
melon
joke.
and a collie.
Yeah. A cantaloupe next to Lassie.
Yeah. That's going nowhere.
Got to be a really good artist
Yeah.
to have that work. Very good, Costaki.
Thanks, guys.
Judging by this photograph of you, you really need football to start. That is.
Hopefully, the next time I call you, we're talking football.
Watch the entire show live or on demand with the Bob and Tom VIP All Access Pass. Listen live with the Bob and Tom app and make sure to visit bobandtomstore.com. Tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.